The Reserve Bank will begin lifting interest rates from June, climbing from their current record low of 0.1%. The move is seen as another blow to the already rising cost of living. Campaigning in Victoria, Prime Minister Scott Morrison believes the government's economic management will help people through.
We've had a steady hand on those issues. We've retained our AAA credit rating.
But visiting Adelaide, opposition leader Anthony Albanese argues that unlike the coalition, Labor is not just trying to get through the election.
We have a plan for growth and take some of that pressure off.
The banks argue most homeowners are ahead in their mortgage repayments and can absorb a slight lift in interest rates.
The first convoy of Australian Special Combat Vehicles is on its way to Ukraine to help the country in its fight against Russia. The Bushmasters have been repainted olive green with the words "United with Ukraine." Ukraine's president requested the armoured troop carriers during a speech to federal parliament. Defence Minister Peter Dutton says Australia is doing all it can to help.
We want the Russians out of the Ukraine as quickly as possible. We want to protect and defend the women and children of the Ukraine. We want the war crimes to stop, and the equipment that we've been able to provide over a number of weeks now has met the requests of the Ukrainian government.
The Malinowskis government has taken its first step towards returning the National Trust to Ayers House on North Terrace. It was told to move out of the heritage-listed building last year so it could be refurbished and turned into office space for the government-run History Trust. But that's now been overturned, paving the way for the National Trust to return to the building it's occupied for the last 50 years. Now turning to 5AA Sport. Ferrari has topped the timesheet in the opening practice session ahead of this weekend's Australian Formula One Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz was fastest, with Aussie Daniel Ricciardo 8th fastest in his McLaren. Ricciardo, who helped consult the newly redesigned Albert Park track, says the new layout will encourage closer racing at the weekend.
From a driver's point of view, it was always enjoyable, but it was not, I would say, a track which didn't provide the most amount of overtaking, and it was trying to really encourage that and see if we could still keep some of the character from the circuit.
Port still winless after 4 rounds, their worst start to an AFL season since 2008. They didn't kick a goal till late in the third quarter last night before going down to Melbourne by 32 points. Injured forward Orazio Fantasia admits it was frustrating to watch.
That first probably 40 minutes was exactly how we wanted to play and sort of change angles and hold on to the footy and force them to defend, but unfortunately their defence is so good at pinning you into pockets.
Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Paralawi, traffic lights playing up on Port Wakefield Road near Bolivar Road. Croydon Park, breakdown there on the north-south motorway near Torrens Road. West Hindmarsh works on Port Road near South Road heading outbound, slowing things up. And we're busy Henley Beach Road, Hindley Street to Marion Road. Cameras on the drive home, Darley Road, Paradise, Eastern Parade, Ottaway. Out and about, fill up with Shell V-Power 98, the premium fuel designed to deliver unbeatable protection for your engine. Fuel the feeling, details online. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Things mature well in the Barossa Valley. For the retirement lifestyle you deserve, go to barossavillage.org.
Mostly sunny this afternoon, 27. Sunny tomorrow, 27. Sunday partly cloudy, 29. And Monday cloudy, a top of 28. Right now it's 24. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
More COVID hospital beds to open as the peak looms. Labor's South Australian cash splash. Will it win your vote? The government's plan to stop hoons in their tracks. We're in for some mortgage stress. Interest rates tipped to rise at least 4 times in the next 6 months. And how is it that Ken Hinkley remains upbeat? I'm Brenton Raglis. See the full story on 9 News tonight at 6.
$13.95, Adelaide's 5AA. This is Jade Robran.
Good afternoon. If you head to the 5AA live stream on either Facebook or YouTube, we're coming in live and free, proudly supporting Cancer Council SA. And if you jump onto the 5AA website and go into shows, on my homepage you will see a delicious recipe, because it is now time for our food and wine show with Chris Jarma.
The 5AA Food and Wine Show with Chris Jarma from Jarma's Kitchen. Thanks to SMEG.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Jade. Really well.
Winners or grinners?
Yes, Good Friday it was a Good Friday last week, and it's a Good Friday next week.
I know.
So that's why the theme for today's dish is seafood. So
Nice.
those of us that have a seafood dish for Good Friday or Easter, this dish is a raw fish dish with two of my favourite dressings that I love making.
All right, I'm going to have a go at pronouncing it. It's a good start, isn't it? Carpaccio, brunoise?
Brunoise.
Brunoise, okay.
So carpaccio is an Italian raw fish dish, and brunoise is the name of the cut of vegetable that we're doing.
So little tiny bits.
Yeah, so when I was a young apprentice, when you'd go to trade school, you'd have to learn how to cut all these different cuts, brunoise, julienne, battens, and they'd even get the measuring stick out to make sure they were like perfect, yes.
Really?
But it basically just needs to be, this is really going to test your knife skills, so you're going to need to cut as fine as possible.
Yes, so super sharp knives.
Super sharp knife, or you can use a mandolin. So you want to cut long, thin strips, and then you want to cut them up into little pieces.
And then we're also making new style sashimi. So what kind of fish should we be buying for this?
Okay, that's very important. Yeah, so I'm using salmon, Atlantic salmon. I've got some tuna, bluefin or yellowfin tuna, and some local South Australian kingfish.
And you have a lot of little containers.
I do. And it's essential when you want to eat fish raw, nothing against the supermarkets, but probably go to a fishmonger, someone like, I think, is it Arkwright Seafood, Angelarchus, Samtas, and say, look, I need sashimi grade fish, has to be super fresh, no more than a day old, and so it's really nice and healthy.
And could you possibly ask them to cut it for you?
You can. So if you're not comfortable with taking the skin off, I'm sure if you go to one of these like boutique fish shops, they'll cut it up for you. And I'm sure if you ask them, they'll cut it into thin slices as well.
Nice.
So the fish needs to be cut into like little, I suppose, 1/2 centimetre, 1 centimetre pieces. And then it's just a matter of laying them on your plate.
So this is salmon.
So yeah, I'm going to start with the salmon dish. So we're going to do the carpaccio dressing with the salmon. So I've trimmed off on the outside of the fish. You'll get like where the fish meets the skin. You get the blood, what they call the bloodline. You need to make sure you trim all that off.
Is there a trick to that?
It's just if you've got a sharp sashimi style knife, you can just slowly trim it off. Or when you go to buy the fish, you just tell the person that where you're buying it. Just say, look, can you just make sure you remove all that bloodline for me.
Now, with that, do you season the fish at all?
This one we will. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on the actual meat of the fish.
And the salt you're using is the
I've got a sea salt,
Sea salt.
an Olsen sea salt from down Whyalla, I think. And then we've got some shallots, finely chopped shallots. And look, if your knife skills are not 100%, like I did the other day, you just put it back on the board and just chop, 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 till it's nice and fine. So we want equal quantities of shallots, zucchini, and all these ingredients are raw still because we want the crunch. Basically, we want the crunch and the colour of all these different vegetables. We've got carrots, we got green capsicums, red capsicums, yellow capsicums.
Did you honestly get a ruler out and measure these? Because they are cut so beautifully and every little square is bang on, exactly the same as everything else in there.
Yeah, once you get those little strips right, and then it's just a matter of going over it with the knife, and you'll be surprised how easy it is.
How long did it take you to finesse that skill?
Oh, probably 10 years of...
Chop,
a 4-year apprenticeship normally gets you there, so...
Okay, so talk us through what you've just popped into this dish.
I've got finely chopped chives, I've got the cornichons, I've got the capers.
What's a cornichon?
Cornichon is basically a tiny little gherkin. So it's a French tiny gherkin. You can use pickles if you've got like big gherkins in the fridge, you can use those. We've got the parsley, the chives, and then we want to add the lemon juice.
Oh, yum. Now, I'm guessing that's from fresh lemons, but if you don't have them handy and you've got the stuff in the bottle...
You can use it.
You can? Yep. Okay.
You'll get more of a vibrant flavour from fresh lemons. This is the vinegar and the mustard.
What mustard have you stirred in?
French mustard, should say there. Yeah, French mustard.
And white vinegar.
White vinegar, and then some olive oil.
Now, talk to me about olive oil, because when I
Virgin
buy
oil.
it, yeah, but, you know, on the bottles they'll give you 3 drops, 2 drops, 1 drop, and I know that means, you know, is it heavier, but what should you, for salads, what kind of olive oil should you be going for?
So you want an extra virgin olive oil with, you know, like a not too peppery taste, so...
Okay, so not really strong.
Not really strong.
So maybe middle of the road one, okay.
So then it's just a matter of mixing all these ingredients together, and you can make a little plate of this, or you can make a giant platter of it if you want for the whole family on Easter.
Wouldn't that look gorgeous in the middle of the table? So what we're seeing here is lots of different colours. So we've got reds, greens, whites,
Yep.
lots of different coloured greens with the syrupy, delicious dressing through it.
And if you were doing this, you don't want to dress it too early, because the
Okay.
vinegar will start to break down the vegetables and you'll start to lose the crunch. So sort of...
it'll go soggy.
Soggy. It's a last-minute type salad dressing.
Rightio.
And again, we don't want to dress it too early, so you could probably 20 minutes before you serve it, dress it, or you could dress it and serve it straight away.
So will the dressing seep into the fish?
The acid from the lemon will start to cook the fish. Funny enough, if you just get a piece of salmon, you pour lemon juice on it,
Yes.
you'll see it start to go white.
Okay.
And that's what happens with, like, have you heard of ceviche? Ceviche? Yeah, you'll see the fish, it cooks from the acid in the lemon juice.
Interesting.
So it doesn't cook via heat, but it starts to make the flesh of the fish change.
Okay.
So if you're not a big raw fish eater,
That's a good way to do
try
it.
starting off with like lots of lemon on raw fish, and you probably will enjoy it.
Okay.
To some people, it's the texture that puts them off. But nice fresh fish, and then you quite liberally put this dressing over the salmon.
So if you're liking the sound of this, we are cooking carpaccio brunoise, and you can jump onto our Facebook live stream, also on YouTube, and if you'd like the recipe, jump onto our 5AA website, go to shows, under Jade Robran on the homepage there will be the recipe, and this is perfect recipe just in time for Good Friday, next Friday.
And some people you can put fennel in there, like shaved fennel with it as well, which is really nice. So now I've got the kingfish, and this is
the new style sashimi
This
dish.
is the new style sashimi, yes. So same again. I've cut most of the bloodline off the kingfish. Kingfish is a beautiful white fleshed. It's very much like tuna, but a light coloured fish.
It's very in vogue right now,
Yes.
isn't it? Why is it so fashionable?
Oh, I know the Japanese love it. We farm it in Port Lincoln. I think it's Clean Seas kingfish out there, but you can have it cooked. We pretty much have this on as fish of the day most of the time, and it just walks out the door. So
I see it shaved very, very thinly. The other day I was out at a women's breakfast, and they served it with eggs for breakfast.
yeah, so yeah, a lot in Asia or I think in Japan they'd have like boiled rice, shaved fish with eggs for breakfast, definitely.
Yeah, right. So is this a fishy fish?
No.
Okay.
I'm funny you say that. My sister used to say that all the time. So it's like snapper. It's not a fishy fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. And now, so we're going to make the ponzu dressing. So ponzu dressing is simply, it has yuzu juice or lime juice. So that's the citrus that goes in the soy with the sesame oil. And then we just want to, so it's very much like a sashimi dressing that you'd get in a sushi bar or a sashimi bar.
And how are we making
Whereas,
that?
so we're just going to blend sesame oil with lime juice, a little bit of soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of lime juice, and the sesame oil with the soy sauce.
And you are really drizzling, but that's not a drizzle, that's a drowning.
We want to, quite liberal. I mean, you could serve it on the side and people can dip it in, but
no, that's delicious.
When I serve this for the family, I choose to dress it myself, and then we can put some wasabi on the side. Now, optional is some jalapenos, chopped jalapenos.
You're going for double heat.
So I've got some finely chopped chives with this as well for a bit of a light onion flavour.
So the wasabi you just get from your Asian grocer in the tube?
This is actually a fresh tube wasabi, but you can use the one in the tube. I buy this in a big pack, and it doesn't last as long as the other one, but look, if you can find fresh wasabi and grate it yourself, then nothing beats that.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like horseradish, but green.
Yes, it does.
So I've got some black and white sesame seeds to add to that sesame flavour.
This is another very pretty dish.
And then we've got here, they look like little maggots, but they're...
Just as I say, how pretty it's looking. We
everyone
chuck
says,
a few maggots on the top.
what are they? It's puffed rice.
It's puffed rice.
Yes.
They look like pine nuts from where I am.
It's just like rice bubbles, really.
Okay, so what's the point of that? Just to add a bit of a crunch, a bit of a texture.
Bit of texture, and then I've got some like fried garlic. Like these, like
I love
fine,
this. Fried shallots.
As long as you like. No, these aren't shallots. This is like finely shaved garlic and then deep fried.
Yum.
So hopefully, if you like garlic, go for it. If not,
stay away.
If it's a first date, I'd probably leave it out. And then just place those jalapenos on top.
Oh God, that's going to blow your head off with the wasabi and that. You obviously love spicy food.
I don't like chili, like red chili, but...
So what's that adding to the dish then?
It does... Jalapeno is not as bad as, say, like a bird's eye chili.
Right.
It'll give you a little bit of heat, but it won't linger for a long time. And the same as wasabi. I don't know if you've ever had a lot of wasabi. Comes rushing at your nose, but then it's instantly gone. Unlike Thai chili, it just hangs around your mouth and on your lips for ages. So that's the kingfish, and if we've got time...
And we are sampling this with a drink, a beautiful Nepenthe. This one, so we've got a Nepenthe Chardonnay, and then I'm holding up here a Atomic Hill Pinot Grigio. Now, why did you choose a Pinot Grigio?
Atomic Hill Pinot Grigio with this one. Pinot Grigio, in our tasting notes, it says goes beautiful with crab, but any fish, raw fish, Pinot Grigio goes really well. Tomich wines from the Adelaide Hills, good Adelaide family making some beautiful Pinot Grigio, and they make a beautiful Pinot Noir, which is one of my favourites as well. It's probably my go-to knockoff at the restaurant. So, so this will go.
So Sip and Save, they've chosen to be matching the beverage with us today. So the Tomich Hill Pinot Grigio, which I had a little sip of before, and that is really quite beautiful. That's got lots of different fruit flavours jumping through there, and then also the Nepenthe Pinnacle Chardonnay as well, which white wine and fish is always really quite delicious, isn't it? A dry white, something too sweet or sugary is going to take away the flavours, isn't it?
Chardonnay with probably more so for hot seafood, but Pinot Grigio, Riesling with cold or raw seafood is perfect.
So what's this little treasure
you're
making now?
So this is tuna. So probably out of the three fish, the tuna would be the number one.
That's the king.
Then the kingfish, and then the salmon. Some people don't like salmon, but a lot of people like raw tuna. We did do the tuna dish, the Niçoise salad, but...
What a stunning colour.
It's vibrant, it's nice and yellow. So we're going to, I think I'll do the ponzu dressing with this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to pour the rest of the ponzu dressing over the tuna.
So we are going to put up a photo of these delicious dishes on our website, and if you'd like to copy what these delicious dishes are for your Easter weekend, next weekend, or any night really, jump on the website and you can download the recipe.
Yeah, and with the cutting of the ingredients, it doesn't have to look as fancy as mine. Just keep chopping away with it till it gets as small as possible.
Yes.
Even if you want to put it in a food processor, and then dress that carpaccio dressing just to make sure it's runny enough to sort of put over the fish. So if you think you need a little bit more olive oil, a little bit more citrus, just add some more lemon juice or some more olive oil. So it sort of just flows over the fish.
Just keep tasting. Thank you so much. That was Chris Jarmer for the FIVEAA Food and Wine Show. Thanks to SMEG. Building or renovating, your first choice should be visiting the SMEG showroom at Debney Distributors. Taste the difference with SMEG.
Ladbroke it on the AFL with Ladbroke's Same Game Multi. Add your favourite markets from the same game and watch your potential payout increase. Ladbroke it with a Same Game Multi on the AFL. Gamble responsibly.
Right now, across Adelaide, DIYers are taking up their spades and mallets for a great cause. The cause? Cause if they don't get that outdoor paving, retaining wall or steps done before winter, it'll be another 12 months before they do. Cause when it comes to outdoor paving, walls and steps, now's the time to save up to 20% off Lutum, formerly Boral, Adelaide-made pavers, blocks and bricks. Cause you can do it yourself. Get up to 20% off and relax over winter. Whew. See your Lutum reseller today, cause this offer won't last.
Maggie Beer here. New research shows increasing your milk, cheese and yogurt intake can decrease your risk of a hip fracture in old age by 46%. I love my Aussie dairy, and at 77 my life is full to the brim. I walk every day and still enjoy my wonderfully busy work schedule. That's why I feel so unstoppable.
Getting more Aussie dairy matters. It can make all the difference. Discover more at dairy.com.au/unstoppable.
Hey, check this catalogue out. Sip and Save is giving away 5 content creator kits. Just pick up a specially marked Jack Daniels and Cola 4.8% 10-pack for $44.99 and enter online.
Wow, you could win an Apple MacBook, a Canon digital SLR package, a premium drone with heaps of accessories, even a photography course.
They've also got my favourite beer on special, a 24-pack of Cooper's Pale Ales, $49.99.
Great price. The comp ends soon, though.
Way ahead of ya!
Good time start at Sip and Save.
Prices may vary in country areas. See website for T's and C's. 1 hour delivery available in selected areas. Download the app.
Next time you buy seafood from the deli section of your supermarket, ask them if they know who caught it. Oh wait, sorry, you can't, because they won't know. Unlike Kirkbride Seafood, they won't have the contact details of the person who caught it, what time it was caught, or where it was caught. I mean, you'd have to care a hell of a lot to go to those sorts of lengths. Lucky for you, Kirkbride Seafood do. Doothie Street, Unley. kirkbrideseafood.com.au.
In times of loss, you need Embrace. Arranging Mum's funeral was never going to be easy. But Deanne Edwards from Embrace Funerals truly cared about delivering the perfect funeral to honour her life, to share our beautiful family memories, along with those of the many other lives she'd touched. Every detail of Mum's funeral was created with exceptional care and at a really affordable cost. Embrace Funerals gave us peace of mind.
When funerals need to be perfect, choose Embrace.
It's Value the Australian Way this Easter at Coles. And to help make your Easter shopping easier, we've added thousands of extra home delivery windows and thousands of extra click and collect windows. Shop online at coles.com.au.
Jade Robran on 1395, Adelaide's 5AA.
It's 26 minutes past 3 o'clock. We're getting lots of messages in saying how much everybody's enjoying that segment with Chris. So thanks so much to Smeg and also Sip and Save. It makes you hungry, doesn't it? But what the perfect dish for Good Friday, next Friday. Now, I'm not sure there's anyone out there who doesn't like Easter eggs, unless, you know, you're not a lover of chocolate, of course. But my favourite are the little solid eggs. You know, those little tiny ones. Now, they seem relatively harmless, but they've prompted a health warning. They're a choking hazard for little people. Joining me now is Amelia Jarrett from Kids Safe. Amelia, thanks so much for joining the program.
Thank you for having me. Very happy to be here.
Now, Easter Bunny is very clever and knows what eggs to deliver, but some of us parents sometimes like to buy extra eggs for our little ones, but some should be taken off the shopping list. Which ones?
Yeah, so when you're talking about small children, so 3 years and under, the little solid Easter eggs are not safe for them to eat. And there's a number of reasons for that. One is they don't have their back molars yet, so they can't grind and sort of smash their food up to make it safe to swallow. So we should be avoiding feeding them any sort of hard, round food items, which, you know, is a perfect description for those little solid Easter eggs.
It makes perfect sense, really, but it's probably something that a lot of us parents don't really think about. What about the larger ones that are hollow?
Yeah, so they're fine because they can be crushed. So, you know, what you're really trying to avoid is solid, hard, round items. So, yeah, the big ones are fine. hollow bunnies are fine, bilbies, etc., but just not those little round ones.
Now, Amelia, choking can be a silent killer, can't it?
Absolutely. That's why it's really important that you need to watch children when they're eating, because if they do start to choke, they're not going to be able to call out for help. It's also really important that you get children to sit down to eat, so that they're still and reasonably quiet. And of course, that can be a challenge when you've got a rambunctious toddler. But sitting down, watching what they're doing, keeping a close eye on them is really important.
What do you do if you do suspect your child is choking?
So there's a range of things that you do, and we certainly recommend that people do a first aid course if they're caring for children through a reputable sort of, company like Red Cross, St John's, those sorts of things. And they do have fact sheets on the internet. I was looking at them this morning. So if you can't get to a first aid course, then having a look at those and being aware of what you do. So it varies by age, whether the child's under 1 or over 1. But I'd really recommend that people take a few minutes to look up St John's or Red Cross and have a look at the information, maybe print it out, pop it on their fridge, that sort of thing.
Isabel's just messaged in about Kinder Surprise. She's saying that the Kinder Surprise have been recalled in the last 24 hours due to salmonella. But interestingly, those little eggs have got toys inside them as well, made up of teeny tiny little pieces. So I'm guessing you've got to be careful of those as well.
Oh, absolutely. And you need to be careful of toys in general, and making sure that you keep toys with little pieces away from little children, particularly if you've got older kids. Lego's a fantastic tool. It's also a choking hazard. So making sure that, when you're giving toys to your children, looking at what's the age range on the toy, what's recommended, and certainly Kinder Surprises are not for little ones.
Amelia, thank you so much. That is Amelia Jarrett, their CEO of KidSafe, with some really timely advice ahead of Easter. So if you are buying those extra Easter eggs as presents, just be wary of the really tiny solid eggs, as delicious as they are, not safe for under 3s. We're going to take a short break. Coming up afterwards, it is the AFLW Grand Final tomorrow, Crows v Melbourne. Come on, you girls, you Crows girls. Chelsea Randall will join us, and also we will talk with Hayley Pearson, the host of Hello SA, to let us know what are some fun things we can do around town this weekend.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Kamarek. More beds are being opened across the state's hospital system to help cope with the high number of COVID cases. Labor will work with South Australia's own Maggie Beer to improve nutritional standards in aged care facilities if elected next month. A 2-year-old South Australian girl has been admitted to hospital with invasive meningococcal disease, and Ferrari is the team to catch in this afternoon's second practice session for the F1s at Albert Park. They've set the pace, followed by Mercedes. Sunny this afternoon, a top of 27. Right now it's 26. More news at 4 o'clock and As It Happens on 5AA.
Roey's Sports Show.
Caro, David Penberthy is our much-loved Bricky host with Will in the morning for 5AA. He went bang.
She's retired now. What a miserable way to spend your post-journalistic career.
That's a really nasty personal attack, and he should be careful.
Okay.
I don't know what he's got against me. I've never met him. I don't know him.
4 p.m. weekdays.
I think it's extraordinary that he would have a go at someone because they're 60. Does that mean you can't have an opinion anymore?
Roey's Sports Show on 5AA.
A kid's playground, rubbish. A park bench, rubbish. A nature boardwalk, rubbish. You see, the Australian government is helping industry to transform your old rubbish into incredible new things, proudly remade in Australia. Like this outdoor gym, rubbish. Even this brand new road, rubbish. Every time you recycle, you're helping to remake Australia into a better place for everyone. Remade in Australia. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Not to brag, but AFL's biggest stars are at my place. They're smaller than expected, a little two-dimensional, but only because they're limited edition AFL sports cards. You too can own a piece of footy history with the Select Footy Stars 2022 collection at Sports Card World, plus exclusive jumbo packs and everything you need to keep your collection in mint condition. If you're a collector or interested in collecting, chat to the experts at Sports Card World, Region Arcade, Rundle Mall.
Hop into Cheapest Chips for an excellent Easter.
Cheapest chips.
You'll love our yummy chocolate Easter bunnies and eggs. Whether your favourite is Violet Crumble, Fruit Chocks, or just plain old Chocky, there's something for everybody. Plus, don't miss our huge range of Easter toys, craft, decorations, and gift ideas, including Paw Patrol and Barbie Boxed Easter gift sets. Cheapest Chips has everything you need for a happy cheapster. I mean, Easter. Live cheaper every day at Cheapest Chips.
Hi, I'm cardiologist Raj Puranik, and I'm here with the Heart Foundation to highlight the importance of heart health. I hear many stories from men who've had a heart attack. Some say they thought something was wrong, but they ignored the signs because they were worried it might affect their relationship or work. The good news is there's a lot we can do to reduce the risk of heart disease. Start by booking a heart health check with your GP today. To find out more, visit heartfoundation.org.au.
Cook with the world's best brands at Harvey Norman and receive bonus gift cards on selected cooking appliances valued over $299. Building, renovating, or just updating the heart of your home, shop the very latest technology from the world's best cooking brands like Electrolux, Miele, AEG and Neff, Smeg, Fisher and Paykel, Bosch and Westinghouse. Our range also features Ariston and Falcon, Belling and Ilvi, Euromade and Glemgas. Create your dream kitchen now and receive bonus gift cards on selected cooking appliances. Limited time at Harvey Norman.
A cure for diabetes. Imagine if it was right there on the street and you walked past it. Maybe you already have. If you're on North Terrace today, you might have walked by SAMRI, the cheese grater. Inside, the brightest minds from around the globe are striving to beat the biggest health challenges we're all facing, like diabetes, Alzheimer's, cancer, and preterm birth. The world's biggest breakthroughs might be happening right here, right now. SAMRI. Get into it at samri.org.au.
$13.95. Adelaide's 5AA. This is Jade Robran.
Good afternoon. It's 25 minutes to 4 o'clock. I wish I could tell you how delicious my studio in here smells right now after those three beautiful dishes that Chris Jarma just whipped up. And a huge thanks to Sip and Save for the Pinot Grigio. It was absolutely perfect with the sashimi. I had a little taste in the ad break just then. I have a $50 gift voucher to give away thanks to Sip and Save. They have been the perfect partner for every dish and continue to do so. So if you would like to win this, first caller through 8223 0055. Now, a huge day at Adelaide Oval tomorrow. The Crows v the Demons for the AFLW Grand Final, and hopefully this is the song that will be played at when the siren goes off.
We're the pride of South Australia, we're the mighty Adelaide Crows. We're courageous, stronger, faster, and respected by our...
Wouldn't it be fantastic? The girls, they take on the Melbourne Demons, who haven't won a grand final. They don't have any silverware as of yet. They were knocked out in 2 prelims, so they're going to be hungry. But I reckon our Crows girls can do it. Chelsea Randall from the Adelaide Crows joins us. Chelsea Randall joins us. Are you excited?
I'm super excited. Yeah, I can't wait. The countdown is on, and we'll be soon enough turning up to Adelaide Oval and ready to play a game of footy for the grand final.
What's on the cards today? How are you preparing?
Today I've had lots of interviews, actually, so a very different kind of preparation, but we've got captain's run tonight, and we'll do a bit of a presser this afternoon. Looking forward to just playing a game of footy, actually. It's been one hell of a pre-season and a season all in one, to be fair. So, we're just looking forward to seeing if we can go one more. And, Melbourne Demons are a quality side. So, looking forward to playing against, having two best sides go at it.
The team's had incredible success over the years. There's really a special bond off-field, isn't there?
They're an incredible group. I cannot speak more highly. They're honestly, I don't have family here in Adelaide. I came from Western Australia, and so the football club and this team are my sisters and are my family, and we do have a really special bond, and that's since the foundation or since the inception of AFLW back in 2017. And we've just grown from there and had to say goodbye to some players, and then we've welcomed others. And I'm really passionate about building an inclusive environment for everyone to feel safe and like they belong. And that's something that we're really proud of, and that I guess then forms into how you perform on the football field as well.
You missed the last grand final due to concussion. Getting a second chance, how blessed do you feel to get another crack at it?
Oh, I feel very, very lucky. We've worked extremely hard, and over the last year, and last year we just fell short of our third premiership, and Brisbane were just better on the day, and this season the girls worked so hard in the off season last year, and they just want to be the best version of themselves as a footballer and as a person for our community, and that's what they're striving to do, and we just hope we can make our fans and our members really proud, and hopefully we'll see lots of people flock in on the Adelaide Oval and help us get across the line.
Oh, absolutely. Well, sadly, there is always a hard luck story, and this year it's Montana McKinnon after being rubbed out for rough conduct. You've been there. We touched on it just now. How would she be feeling right now?
Oh, look, Montana, she's just an incredible, incredible player and person. She's such a selfless and team-first type of person with that attitude. And, we're really devastated and disappointed at the outcome. It's just a really challenging one. Montana has just handled this in the most professional way possible. She's, basically just got on with it. It is what it is. We can't change anything now, and she's just pouring her energy into being the best teammate that she can be to help us, try and be successful tomorrow. So it's a credit to her as a person and how she's handled this. But, yeah, it's pretty rough for a young kid to be missing out on her first ever, opportunity, I guess, in playing a grand final.
Will she play a role tomorrow?
Well, we've got obviously a handful of players. We're waiting on selection. That'll get announced today, I think, at 5 o'clock. So those players that, unfortunately miss out, they'll have a really important, pivotal role, in supporting us as, as the players that get to go out and do that job. But, we've not been able to do this without, everyone on board. So we've had 31 players, and everyone has contributed to help us get to where we are, and that's also a credit to all our support staff and coaches as well. I just can't commend them all on how well they've handled themselves throughout the whole season and in helping us get to where we are now. So, yeah.
Chelsea, Melbourne has the second most wins in AFLW history, yet no silverware. 2018, the Bulldogs were down by a few points with just 90 seconds to play. Brooke Lachlan kicked a snap and Melbourne lost. Fast forward to 2021, they lost to you guys in the prelim final again. How much of that sting do you reckon would be spoken about and taken into tomorrow's final?
Oh, look, I think it's the world of footy. We've had our successes, but we've also had our losses as well, and as have Melbourne. It's the world and the roller coaster that we live in footy and sport and in life, really. But Melbourne are such a well-respected team. We definitely respect. They've got some really big stars, but also their young players are just amazing, like talented players that are coming through, and no doubt they'll be super hungry, and as are we. And that's why it's going to be such an amazing, hard contest of footy to watch, because you've literally got the best two teams in the competition, playing for a Shiny Cup. So it's on, and we can't wait to be a part of it.
Who are you playing for this weekend?
Who are we playing for?
Yeah.
Well, I think each individual plays for something, slightly different to them, but we play for each other, like for those that you can't play. For all the women that have gone before us, that never had this opportunity to play at AFLW, that fought so hard for where we are now. Play for all the young girls that actually have a future in this competition, that's never existed 6 years ago. You know, a lot of people play for different reasons, but all of those are significant, and we're very mindful that we not only represent ourselves and our families and friends in our footy club, but you know, all of those that have gone before us and all of those that are yet to pull on the Guernsey in the future.
You're one of the more senior players. You know what it takes to get to a grand final. It's a hard slog, and throw in a pandemic. It's been a hell of a ride. What does it mean to you?
Oh, I think it's, it has. You're right. It has been one hell of a ride. Our players and just like the community, everyone, you know, has a hard story, and we've just tried to make as many, I guess, sacrifices so that we can keep a healthy list and keep putting some entertainment out there for our fans and stuff. But you know, footy is everything to me. I just love everything about it. It's who I am as a person. It's shaped me over the years, and so it would, you know, playing in a grand final is one amazingly, you know, just amazing opportunity. But to win the ultimate goal, for all the rewards, you know, it's just an ultimate reward for all the players that I've watched grow and how they've been able to, I guess, just learn and continue to be the best version of themselves, and just be the ultimate reward for all the sacrifices they've made. But we've got one more to go, and hopefully it's us. But, you know, it's not going to come easy whatsoever. Melbourne are a very quality side, so the best team will come out on the day.
And you're hoping for a huge crowd. What would you like to say to your fans?
Oh, just, you know, they've been amazing fans. We've got the best fans in the entire nation. So, you know, we hope to see everyone come out and support the Adelaide Crows, women's footy, female sport. You know, just, it means the world. In 2019, when we had 53,000 people, it was a moment for me that I finally felt worthy enough and respected as a female athlete. So people showing up is the biggest thing for us. You know, it really helps us get across the line, and their support doesn't go unnoticed. So we'll see you there at Adelaide Oval, 12 p.m, $10 a ticket, 17 years and younger, you're free. So let's fill the stadium, and let's help get our Adelaide Crows team across the line.
Hear, hear. Good luck. We wish you all the very, very best. Chelsea Randall there.
Thank you so much, Jade.
And you can hear the game live on 5AA with Wilds and Jenny Williams from midday straight after the sports show. Good luck. Go, you Crows.
Thank you.
Each week on the 5AA Breakfast Show, David and Will talk to star players from the Adelaide Crows. Thanks to Leader Computers, Australia's largest Australian-owned PC manufacturer, based right here in Adelaide.
Wow, this is a really fruity bouquet. It's complex, yet gentle on the palate.
Since when do you know so much about wine?
Since I WEA'd it. I took their wine appreciation course.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
WEA-sa.com.au. If you were to come into an aged care facility and see what I see every day, you'd be heartbroken, you'd be disgusted, and you'd want to make a change too, because our residents deserve more.
It's disgusting that you haven't done your job and fixed staff ratios in aged care, Mr. Morrison. Vote to make aged care staff ratios law and help Samantha and her colleagues provide the best care for our elderly loved ones. Authorised by Elizabeth DeBars, Australian Nursing and Midwifery Federation, SA Branch Adelaide.
If you're thinking of building or you're renovating your kitchen, you have a lot of choices to make, but the first choice definitely should be Smeg. We have an amazing Smeg showroom right here in Adelaide. Debney Distributors is in Dudley Park. Inside you'll find the full Smeg range on display, with everything from ovens, cooktops, dishwashers and refrigerators to wine cellars, kettles, toasters and more. Smeg seamlessly pairs powerful performance with architectural design. There are even cooking demonstrations, and you can really taste the difference with Smeg. Smeg has also been proudly made in Italy since 1948, and their colour, design and technology is world famous. Smeg technology with style. Visit the Smeg showroom today at Debney Distributors, Harrison Road, Dudley Park.
Hey, check this catalogue out. Sip and Save is giving away 5 content creator kits. Just pick up a specially marked Jack Daniels and Cola 4.8% 10-pack for $44.99 and enter online.
Wow, you could win an Apple MacBook, a Canon digital SLR package, a premium drone with heaps of accessories, even a photography course.
They've also got my favourite beer on special, a 24-pack of Cooper's Pale Ales, $49.99.
Great price. The comp ends soon, though.
Way ahead of ya!
Good time start at Sip and Save.
Prices may vary in country areas. See website for T's and C's. 1 hour delivery available in selected areas. Download the app.
Doesn't matter what level you're at, Drummond Golf can improve your game. I've got Shane from Drummond Golf with me. Now, Shane, help us out here. What's the quickest way to improve our game?
Thanks, Rowie. I know this might sound a bit strange, but how often do you get your car serviced?
Oh, once every 6 months.
So why not get your game regularly serviced with either a lesson at the range or utilise one of our ultimate training aids? The 2 best training aids we have is the Orange Whip Tempo Trainer and the Swing Guide. The Swing Guide is by far the best training tool that attaches to your golf club and keeps you on plane.
And of course, the expert advice to help you get the most out of your game.
That's why we're here, Rowie.
So see Shane and the team at Drummond Golf, absolute legends at Enfield, Darlington, Mile End, Tea Tree Gully and West Beach Driving Range.
So what shall I make? Thai, Greek, Italian, Malaysian? What about a beautifully decorated cake?
Let me guess. You WEA'd it?
Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes to the kitchen, you can WEA anything. WEA-sa.com.au.
Jade Robran on 1395, Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon. We'll hear from Hayley Pearson, the host of Hello SA, shortly to find out what's going on around Adelaide this weekend. It is 10 minutes to 4 o'clock, and coming up after 4 o'clock is Rowie's Sports Show. Rowie, so much happening.
Oh, where do I start? Big show. Have the fallout from Port's loss last night. They're 0-4. No one saw that coming, and they're playing poorly at that. So we got Port assistant Nathan Bassett on at about 4:15. Cover that at now, and the latest on Ollie Wine's health. There's all sorts of stories floating around.
Yeah, I've
heart
had a few
palpitations, all sorts. Tune in. He will speak to us at 4:15 with the absolute facts and the absolute latest. Don't miss that. We put a call to the club. They're copping stuff left, right, and centre. We get that, but we'll have it all at 4:15.
From the horse's mouth.
Bitch joins us. Scotty Burns from the Crows. B. Smith, Talk Tiger. 1 under. 30 months ago, nearly lost a leg.
Incredible.
Nearly lost a leg.
Unbelievable.
Think about that. Nearly lost a leg. Anyway, he's playing. Love your calls. Port fans are filthy. Filthy. See you at 4.
Who would have thought? I did not see that one coming at all. And all of a sudden, the top dog's job is, it's got a big fat question mark over it now.
5 games ago, they were favourites for a prelim.
I know.
4 games in, 0-4, lost the prelim, lost to Hawthorn, and they want him out. Give me a
Questions
spell.
have to be asked. Well, I would have thought that after all the pressure the coach was on under last week, that you'd come out and you'd show, almost play for your coach. And
But
there
that
was
first quarter they did.
Well, they did. They did. They just
first
couldn't convert.
quarter was outstanding
Yeah, it
footy.
was.
Let's not forget that. Ollie goes down. We'll get the latest on that. They couldn't go with them in the end. They are the premiership team.
How beautiful are they to watch, just quietly? I've watched every game of Melbourne's this year, and they are so connected. They are beautiful to watch.
Yeah, couldn't care, quite frankly.
Really? Well, you've got your navy and red on.
Yeah, the
so
old
you
complete
could be...
windscreen. It's the big koala on the right hand. Well
All
done.
right,
See you at
ya.
4.
Bye. All right, well, it's time to find out what's happening around town this weekend. Hello SA, it's on Sundays, 5:30 on Channel 9. It's the travel and lifestyle show that everyone can enjoy. And today we're joined by Hayley Pearson from Hello SA. And it is a jolly good afternoon to you. How are you, my love?
It's a jolly good afternoon. How are you, Jade?
I'm very good. You've been busy training it around our beautiful countryside.
Oh man, I've actually just woken up from a nap because I'm getting over the last couple of weeks of travelling all over SA. We went from Adelaide to WA on Journey Beyond. Those trains, I tell you what, it's like going back in time. It is so magical and being rocked to sleep. And you feel like you're being treated like the Queen. It's very special.
It looks like you've met some best friends along the way too.
Oh, we made lots of best friends. We made a dance floor, Jade, in the middle of a Nullarbor.
Of course you
under
did.
the stars. And all the people over the age of 80 were dancing with us. It was amazing.
Of course you did. Well, what are some fun things we can head out and about to this weekend?
Okay, got a couple of things if you're looking for a good feed and maybe some nice drinks. Burgerlicious is back. That's at Morpheville Racecourse tonight from 5 and also Saturday and Sunday as well from 11. So basically it is what it is. It's burgers, like the best burgers in South Australia. You've got Gang Gang, Nug Life, Rick's Grill. There's going to be heaps of different burgers on site as well as delicious drinks. And then Brew Boys and Forage Supply Co. They're great South Australian guys. So for all those details, just so you know where you're going to go and park, just search for Burgerlicious on Facebook and you'll find all the info there. I know you love a burger.
I
Stretch
do.
your pants, Jade.
A big, dirty cheeseburger with lots of pickles.
Oh, same. I love the pickles. I can't get enough pickles.
And it has to be
I used to
ketchup,
work
not tomato sauce.
Oh, God, yeah, 100%. I'm with you. We should go together tonight.
Deal.
The other thing is, and I know you're going to love this too, and a lot of your listeners will love this, but Cellar Door Fest has been so big over the years, but it's back this year, tonight and tomorrow, but it's a special distillery version, which means it's all the great spirits made right here in South Australia. So some of my favourites, Ambleside are going to be there, Ambra, 23rd Street, which we love.
Yeah, now we're talking. Gin, hello.
Yeah,
Forget the burgers.
My favourite, Never Never. Oh, no, they go hand in hand, I think. You need a burger to soak up the drink. So
You've done that before, haven't you? Talking from
few times.
experience.
So if you do love gin or vodka, whiskey, rum, it's a great festival. That starts tonight at 5 at the Adelaide Convention Centre. As always, you can get your tickets from cellardoorfestival.com, but of course I'm presuming you can get them at the door if you're out in the city tonight and you want to go and pop in. I'm sure you can do that too.
And
but they're the two big things that are happening, yeah.
Sounds fun. Food and gin, my favourite. So what's happening on the show this weekend? Where have you guys been out and about to?
Well, funny you say that. It's food and gin. It's actually an episode that's dedicated to South Australian food, so local produce and food experiences. So we've got Tommy Wren, who's very cute in his overalls. We've got him on the Eyre Peninsula, oyster shucking in the middle of the ocean. You can actually see Tom eat a giant oyster like the size of a steak. I'm not sure if he liked or didn't like. You tell me.
I feel like he got. I feel like he said he got really quite nauseous after eating it, but had to keep eating it and pretended that he loved it.
I think so. I might take a slow-mo of him eating it. It is actually an oyster the size of a steak. And then we go all over South Australia, Barossa, Adelaide Hills, Eyre Peninsula, Fleurieu, just eating and showing you some amazing food experiences.
Oh, sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's an awesome episode. And then there's another great prize to give away as well for Down the Rabbit Hole. If you haven't been there, that is an awesome family cellar door in McLaren Vale.
I haven't been there. It is on my to-do list, though. It looks really fun to grab a picnic rug, kids running around, mum and dad, cheese platter.
Yes, it's exactly what it's all about. So, so make sure you watch this Sunday, 5:30.
Thank you, Hayley, so much. Have a great weekend. And Hello SA is on every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Channel 9. It really is the show that everybody can enjoy. And I hope you enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much for spending the week with me on Afternoons. Rowie Sports Show is coming up next. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.
We're taking the next step, and Australia's economic plan is helping. Investments in defence shipbuilding